We live in a world where most people see only the surface, moving through life like shadows chasing light. But some of us, those who have learned to sharpen our perception, to look beyond appearances, see what others cannot. We notice the patterns, the hidden motives, the silent forces shaping every interaction. And yet, this clarity, this rare vision, comes with a price. The Stoics understood this danger long before modern psychology began to describe it. Seneca warned, "It is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more, who is poor." Those who see beyond the veil carry a wealth of understanding that most cannot grasp. To see what others don't is to stand apart, and standing apart often invites isolation, mistrust, and even hostility. People are frightened not by what they cannot see, but by those who can see too much. We are taught to blend, to conform, to comfort ourselves with the collective illusion. Yet those who resist this seduction find themselves in the eye of a storm. The clarity we gain exposes the mediocrity, the false narratives, and the fragile egos that govern ordinary lives. Like Marcus Aurelius reminded himself, "Waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one." Observation without action, however, can be a curse. The danger lies in knowing what others cannot, yet being surrounded by those who cannot comprehend it. Psychologists describe this as cognitive dissonance, the mental strain people experience when faced with truths that challenge their beliefs. When we point out what is hidden, society often recoils. The gaze that sees clearly is judged, doubted, and often silenced. And we, the observers, must cultivate the Stoic virtue of indifference, a strength of spirit that allows us to witness truth without being consumed by the anger, envy, or ignorance of others. But there is also a gift here. To see what others don't is to understand life's deeper currents. We learn to navigate the world with foresight, to anticipate the consequences that others ignore, to move silently yet decisively. Epictetus said, "It is impossible for a man to learn what he thinks he already knows." In seeing what others overlook, we see the limitations of conventional knowledge. We learn patience, self-control, and resilience, the very foundations of inner power. Yet the danger persists. The clearer our vision, the lonelier our path. Human nature resists the unusual. Fear is the natural companion of insight. And so we must embrace solitude, not as punishment, but as preparation. The Stoic mind trains itself to endure, to observe, and to act without the need for validation. What we perceive is a truth few are ready to bear. Our task is not to convince, but to maintain our inner fortitude. In the end, the peril of seeing what others do not is inseparable from the power it grants. We learn to hold our tongue, to act with discernment, and to let the illusions of the crowd wash past us, while we navigate life with clarity and purpose. Those who walk this path are not cynical, they are awake. And in their quiet vigilance they cultivate a strength and serenity that the blind majority can never understand. We see the world others cannot, and this is our burden, but also our secret mastery. The hidden strength of people who speak little but observe deeply. In a society obsessed with noise, chatter, and the constant performance of self, there exists a rare breed of individuals who speak little yet see everything. We are drawn to them, sometimes unsettled by them, and often unaware that their silence is not emptiness, but a fortress of observation and inner power. This is the psychology of those who understand the world without needing to announce it, the very embodiment of Stoic discipline and fortitude. The Stoics teach us that words are cheap, and excessive speech can enslave the mind. Seneca once cautioned, "Silence is a lesson learned through life's storms." Those who speak sparingly have learned to master themselves. They are not impressed by the applause of others, nor do they seek validation through the transient echoes of conversation. Their attention is reserved for what truly matters, the patterns of human behavior, the truths hidden beneath appearances, and the motions of the world that most of us miss while distracted by trivialities. This ability to observe is both a shield and a sword. The shield protects them from being manipulated by idle gossip, social pressure, and emotional turbulence. The sword allows them to act decisively when the time comes, striking with precision where others blunder from distraction or impulsivity. Marcus Aurelius reminds us, if someone can prove me wrong and show me my mistake in any thought or action, I shall gladly change. It is the truth I seek. Those who speak little have perfected the practice of careful judgment. They wait, they watch, and they choose their battles wisely. Yet, this life of disciplined observation is not without its burdens. Loneliness often accompanies clarity. People misunderstand quietude for arrogance and invisibility for weakness. But the Stoic mind thrives in solitude, finding strength in reflection rather than in constant approval. Epictetus writes, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." In observing deeply without reacting unnecessarily, they cultivate emotional resilience, immunity to envy, and freedom from the chaos of others' opinions. There is a hidden attraction in this behavior, though not one of vanity. Those who are calm and watchful inspire respect, not through loud declarations, but through the silent command of presence. They understand that true influence does not require approval. It requires mastery of oneself. We see in them a reflection of a life unshackled from fleeting distractions, a life guided by reason, discernment, and an unshakable core. In essence, the psychology of those who speak little, yet observe deeply reveals the profound Stoic truth. Control what you can, detach from what you cannot, and let your inner strength manifest in action rather than empty words. Their silence is not absence. It is an intentional, deliberate power that allows them to navigate the world with wisdom, courage, and precision. We too can learn from this. By observing more and speaking less, by cultivating patience and self-discipline, we can see the patterns others overlook, act with clarity, and endure life's storms without surrendering to them. In the quiet, we find our greatest strength. The invisible power of people who let life test them in silence. There is a rare type of person who faces the world without announcing their victories or lamenting their losses. They move quietly, observing, enduring, and learning. Society mistakes them for ordinary, perhaps timid, perhaps cold, but in truth, they are shaping themselves in the crucible of experience, forging a resilience few can imagine. The psychology behind this silence is deeply Stoic, a reflection of the philosophy that Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus lived by. The belief that strength is built through mastery of self, not through applause or attention. We live in a culture that rewards noise, where instant reaction is celebrated and patience is scorned. But those who cultivate inner fortitude understand something the crowd does not. The mind that reacts impulsively is enslaved by circumstance, while the mind that observes, reflects, and chooses its actions is free. As Epictetus teaches, it is not things themselves that disturb us, but our judgments about them. The silent observer experiences life fully, yet is not consumed by it. Each challenge becomes a lesson, each insult a mirror, each success a test of humility. This type of person knows the danger of sharing their inner world too freely. To reveal your thoughts and vulnerabilities is to surrender control over them, allowing others to manipulate or misinterpret what should remain sacred. Seneca warned, "Associate with those who will make a better man of you. Welcome those whom you yourself can improve." By holding their counsel close, they preserve their integrity and power, allowing action, not words, to define them. Yet, this silence is not emptiness, it is preparation. Life's trials strike without warning, and those who have cultivated patience, observation, and detachment respond with calm precision. They are not distracted by fleeting emotions or the opinions of others. Their emotional intelligence is quiet but immense. Their self-control is so complete that others often perceive them as unshakable, even enigmatic. In truth, they are human, but humans who have trained themselves to act from principle rather than impulse. This invisible power draws attention subtly yet irresistibly. People respect the calm, those who listen more than they speak, those who endure quietly and never boast of their endurance. Influence, as Stoics knew, does not come from bluster or noise. It comes from consistency, presence, and the mastery of one's inner domain. Marcus Aurelius reminds us, waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one. To live quietly, to endure, to act decisively when the moment demands. This is true power. We too can adopt this mindset. By practicing restraint, embracing silence, and learning from life rather than constantly seeking validation, we cultivate a strength that is invisible but undeniable. In a world addicted to attention, the quiet ones are often the most formidable. They are not feared because they threaten others. They are respected because they embody a principle that many cannot. In silence, in patience, in mastery over self, we find a power that outlasts noise and endures far beyond the fleeting judgments of the world. The hidden strength of those who thrive alone. There exists a rare breed of individuals who do not seek constant companionship or approval. Society often misunderstands them, labeling them as loners, asocial, or even cold. Yet beneath this apparent solitude lies a depth of intelligence and emotional mastery that most never achieve. The psychology of people who thrive alone is rooted in principles that Stoic philosophers have long taught: the cultivation of self-sufficiency, emotional resilience, and clarity of thought. As Epictetus once said, "He who laughs at himself never runs out of things to laugh at." Those who walk their path alone are not lonely, they are self-reliant in the truest sense. We live in a world addicted to validation, constantly measuring our worth through likes, opinions, and fleeting admiration. But those who do not require such reinforcement have transcended this superficiality. They understand, as Marcus Aurelius did, that external praise is fragile, that others' approval is neither permanent nor necessary. "Choose not to be harmed, and you won't feel harmed," he wrote, teaching that control over one's inner state is far more valuable than influence over the perceptions of others. Those who thrive alone have internalized this lesson. They are free from the chains of societal expectation, capable of observing the world without distortion, and able to act from principle rather than impulse. The strength of these individuals is often invisible, yet undeniable. Their solitude allows for reflection, for cultivating skills, and for mastering emotions that distract the majority. Whereas most are swept along by gossip, envy, and trivial conflicts, they maintain a calm, deliberate presence. Seneca warns us, "It is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more, who is poor." The person who thrives alone is wealthy in virtue, clarity, and self-command. They understand that the mind, not the crowd, determines true power. Moreover, their independence enhances their influence. Quiet, self-possessed individuals attract respect without seeking it. Others may envy their detachment, yet cannot replicate it, for it requires the discipline to resist immediate gratification, the courage to stand apart, and the wisdom to trust in one's own judgment. They are not swayed by public opinion, nor are they compelled to prove themselves. Their calmness under pressure, their ability to endure silently, makes them magnetic, commanding attention without uttering a single boast. We too can learn from this hidden strength. By practicing solitude with intention, by seeking mastery over our emotions rather than over others, and by valuing inner growth above external approval, we cultivate a power that cannot be taken from us. In a world obsessed with noise, the one who thrives alone moves quietly but with profound influence, demonstrating that true intelligence and strength often flourish not in the crowd, but in the disciplined stillness of the self. If you found this insight powerful, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications, because we explore the hidden truths of the mind, strength, and human nature every week. Remember, mastery begins with self-control. Start your journey today and stay quietly unstoppable.